of Only Have Eyes for You, and realized I'm not going to get it perfect, so I might need to simplify it a little bit. But I Only Have Eyes for You, written by Harry Warren, wrote the music, and the words were by Al Dubin. I had the privilege of playing a few times with Harry Warren's, I think it's his great nephew, Doug Monroe, who's an excellent guitar player, a guitar educator and player. So that's a nice connection. The music by Harry Warren. The Flamingos had a hit with it. You may remember if you're of a certain age, and if you're not, if you happen to have seen the movie American Graffiti, you might have heard the tune in there. It's a beautiful song, and you know, whether you do it the kind of 50s rock and roll way, it's beautiful. This is more of like a jazzy arrangement. I got this from a book. I'm trying to remember the pianist's name. Yeah, Dick Hyman. Dick Hyman's Professional Chord Changes and Substitutions for 100 Tunes. It's kind of a cool book because you look in and he gives you some alternate chords for the various standards that are in here. If you're used to the 50s version, this is going to be a little different because that version's in the key of C, this one's in the key of G, and also the chords here are a little, not hipper, but you know, a little more jazzy. So the first thing that's happening in Dick Hyman's arrangement, it's actually for piano, but I'm just adapting it for guitar, is the melody starts out D, E, and now we've got the tune's melody along with a chromatic ascending counter melody below. So, you know, it's like D, E, now I've got G on the first string and open G on the third string. Now I've got F on the first, F on the first and G sharp on the third. Open E, now I've got D on the second and A on the third. Move the A on the third up to B flat. What's happening on this guitar is the A keeps sympathetically vibrating the fifth string. So I'm getting like an I Feel Fine Beatles effect with the feedback. Anyway, starting from the top again, we've got D, E, the two Gs, F on the first, G sharp on the third, open E, D on the second string, A on the third string, B flat on the third, melody, D, E. Now we've got open second string B along with the first string G. Now we've got F on the first string, C on the second, barring, go to a little G7 chord there. Now just to keep the chromatic going, hit the fourth string, second fret for that D sharp. And then it's going to be C major 7. This is a C major 9 to catch the melody D on the first string. Just a C6 9 back to C major 7. So again, it's C major 7, C major 9, barring with the middle finger on the first two strings, first finger on the next two strings. Back to the C major 7. Now we've got an F9 going to E minor 7 with the open 6th string to A7, E flat minor 7. Now when you play this A flat 7, just play the bottom few strings, then hit the first string melody note separately. Second time around, we're going to kind of keep the chromatic thing going, but now I put it in the bass. It was my own innovation. So we've got G7, okay, in other words, D, E, G7. Now I've got G sharp in the bass, along with this, which is a D minor 7 flat 5. So here it gets pretty hairy. I think it's going to be more than one video for the tune. But again, jumping back to the second time through, the second A section, it's going to be D, E, plain vanilla G7, move the G up to G sharp, and you've got the F on the second string, the C on the 5th fret, 3rd string, and you've got the G sharp on the 4th string. Now what this is, I'm borrowing strings 2, 3, and 4 at the 3rd fret, I've got the pinky on the 3rd string 5th fret, which is C. There's that feedback again. And I've got my A on the 6th string. So this is definitely going to take more than one video. But again, keeping the chromatic thing going. G7. This is actually D minor 7 with G sharp in the bass. Open E. Now we've got this D minor 7, sorry. Now we're going to move the bass up to B flat, and we've got, okay, so this looks like a B flat 6. Of course, it's also a G minor 7. Okay, and it's really just to keep the bass going. So I wanted to have a G minor 7 with the B flat. Okay, slow going. Let's try that second A section again. D, E, G7. D half diminished over G sharp, open B, E. Now we've got the D minor 7 over G. Now here we're back to the G minor 7. Play the melody, which is the 3rd string D, where my pinky is, then play the open 1st string. Now we're going to keep the upward, the ascending chromatic thing going. We've got B on the 5th string. I'm playing 3rd fret on the 1st and 2nd strings, as well as the 4th fret on the 3rd string. Now we've got, this is an inversion of D minor 7. So the notes are 2nd string, 6th fret, playing the 7th fret on the next 2 strings, and I've got the C bass. One more time from the top of the 2nd A section. G7, D half diminished over G sharp, open E, D minor 7 over G, G minor 7, hitting that open 1st string for the melody. Now we've got G7 over B. This is going to be a B flat chord over, sorry, that's actually a D minor 7, my mistake, over C. Now we're going to land on G7. Now since we've been ascending in the bass, let's go up to the D sharp in the bass this time, okay? I think this is probably going to be as far as we go, and then the middle section I'll tackle in the next video. Okay, from the top, rewinding all the way back, the simple beginning, the 2 Gs, oh, sorry, G, A, and then we've got C major 7, C major 9, C6, 9, back to the C major 7, F9, E minor 7, 2, 5, A7, E flat minor 7. Hit that A flat on the 1st string, and here's our 2nd A section. G7, D half diminished over G sharp, open E, D minor 7 over G, G minor 7, G7 over B, D minor 7 over C, throw in the D sharp there. Melody is G, A, doing octaves now. Again, this C major 7, C major 9, C6, 9. Our second ending is nice. It's going to be E7, sharp 9, sharp 5. And we're going to play the open 6th along with that. Now we go to an A13, which is going to look weird. I've got the open 5th string. I've got this, string 2, string 3, string 4, along with our melody, which is going to be that C sharp on the 1st string. And the open 5th string. Now we're just going to harken back a little bit to the flamingos. Play the open A again. Now, going to a D minor 7, hit the D first. This is a D minor 7, as you'll recognize. D minor 7 here. D minor 9, barring the first 3 at the 5th fret. This is just again, we're only going to go this far. Here's the part where it kind of moves to a different section here. We got the E7, sharp 5, sharp 9, going to A13. The little fill here, it's a major third, first two strings all the way. Go up chromatically with a minor third, back down. Now we're going to go to D minor 7, D minor 9, D minor 7 down here, open 4th string, G13, this is G7 over A flat, going to an A7, now it's or on a crowded avenue, but now it's nice because it just changes from before it was D minor 7, now it's going to be D minor 7 flat 5, and you'll hear the difference. G13, going to this, you can think of it as a G7 over A flat. The way they have it in the book is F diminished, and it is. It's like F diminished. So here it's F diminished. And then resolving to E minor 7. Okay, so one more time from the top, then we're going to wrap for today, and we're going to cover the second half next time. Hope you enjoy the tune. I always loved the tune. Used to have to play it when I was playing with a band, and yeah, it just sounded really, really good. Okay, here we go from the top, the very top. D, E, 2 Gs. Now we're doing the ascending chromatic again, but it's in the bass. G7, D half diminished over G sharp, D minor 7 over G, G minor 7, G7 over B, D minor 7 over C, G7, here's our second ending heading into the middle part. Going to an A13. D minor 7s. G13. F diminished with that A flat on the bottom. Similar again, but now it's D half diminished. Then basically we're going to go into the final A section. What the heck, let's keep going. Now here, just for variety, we're going to be doing something we're borrowing from Dick Hyman here in the book. Just going to change the chords for this last go around with the A section. It's going to be D minor 11. Of course our melody is G on the 2nd string. Now we've got a B flat major chord over D. Going to open E, going to G7. Again, D minor 11 with our G on the 2nd string as the melody. B flat over D. G7 again. Now we're going to play this familiar C major thing again, but we're going to land in a different place. We're going to land, okay? So it's actually a B melody note over D minor 6. So we've got B, Now move that up chromatically, get rid of the melody, no, keep the melody. Play open E along with C major. Now we've got B flat 9, sharp 11. Just come down, tap a B flat, 6th string, 6th fret, then play the open A. And this is, and I only have eyes for you. So we're going to do a little octave, F going to E, D minor 7. So when I do the walk down here, after my, that's a 4-string chord, first 4 strings, walk down. This is barring strings 5, 4, and 3, and I've got the middle finger on the 4th string, 6th fret. Okay, and then 4, this is going to be, and what it is, I'm barring strings 2, 3, and 4 at the 9th fret. I've got pinky on 1st, ring finger on 3rd, middle finger on 5th. It's a G7 flat 9 with D on top. D is our melody. Now before we resolve the ending to C, we're just going to do this little thing. Barring the first 3 strings, pinky's on the 1st string. Octave. Now, C6, looks like an A minor cowboy, but with C on the bottom on the 5th string. Play the open E. Play C major 7 all the way through the 1st string to catch the G. And end with a nice C major 9. Okay, so that's a little bit of I Only Have Eyes for You by Harry Warren and Al Dubin. Original copyright 1934. The Flamingos version might have been like 59 or somewhere around there. Anyway, I hope you like the tune. I hope you can follow along. I'm going to link to a couple of other people's videos where they just do the straight Flamingos version, and it's much more simple, and it's more of an accompaniment thing. But, you know, you can get a couple of nice ideas out of there too. Of course, it's in a different key. It's in C, and this one is in, this one's in C, and that one I think is in G. Okay, anyway, thanks so much for watching. Keep practicing, and see you next time. Take care.